Hi, Jasmine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Um, I just wanted to catch up on everything that's been going on with you from this last week.
So I think it's been a pretty good week. Um, Work is still going well. I'm still making a lot of sales from like my day job. So I still haven't really been doing a lot of like internet stuff at night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's still good. I'm still working out. I know we had talked about like how my training and stuff is going. So far like my diet it's been pretty good. Like I got up to like 6 bottles of water. I know like I want to
Wow.
try to get to 8, but it's just a lot of water still. So, but I'm still pretty happy with 6 cuz I was at like 4, so I was able to get in at least 2 more bottles. So that's been going pretty good. And I'm still doing pretty good like watching what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I didn't drink at all this week, so not really any alcohol. Um, and then so for training, I know I met with my trainer on Monday, and then Wednesday for the group class, I did actually end up texting the girls that had invited me out for smoothies to ask them if they were going to class, and they did say they were going, so I did meet up with them on Wednesday. We didn't end up going anywhere like afterwards, but it was still nice, like just
Yeah.
talking to them when we were there. Um, and I think, yeah, that's been the week pretty much. So yeah, it was a good week.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And it sounds like you met all of your goals and you're really like progressing in such a positive way. How are you feeling now as opposed to even last week?
I feel pretty good. Like I'm a little tired today, but
Mhm.
just like because I was up late last night.
Okay.
But like overall, I feel good like emotionally.
Yeah. And so you're starting to see an improvement in your daily like emotions, like just the way you feel on a daily basis.
Yeah, I can definitely say I feel a lot more positive.
Mhm.
Like I haven't really had many like negative thoughts recently or like felt super sad. So it's I feel like it's been pretty good. Like I feel happy.
Yeah. That's good. And that was your goal. Um so when you are feeling down or you're starting to, have these negative thoughts, how have you been coping with these thoughts?
Um, I have been trying to like just focus on like positive things. So
Mhm.
let's say like if I'm bored or like I start to feel lonely, I'll just remind myself that it's like a temporary feeling. And that I have options. I have things that I can do. If I want to go work out, I could just like stuff to fill my time. So I'm
Mhm.
not just focused on feeling like I don't have anything or anybody.
Mhm.
And just reminding myself that it is possible to make friends, even though I won't say that I like have a lot of friends currently here, but like my relationship with my friend back home is improving. And now that I've been able to go and like actually hang out with somebody or even multiple people, like this past week was the second time. Just knowing that it's possible and like I don't need to feel awkward or anything.
Mhm.
So mostly just like trying to replace it with like positive
Mhm.
things so I don't feel like as sad.
Yeah. And it sounds like you're doing a phenomenal job on that too, because it can be really hard, but you've just been, progressing so much, so that's great. And it sounds like too, from before you have a lot more positive coping strategies to rely on when before it was like the opposite of that. So instead of drinking, you're like gonna go to the gym when you're feeling
Mhm.
down. So that's
Yeah.
great. So that's great. So does it feel like you have like a more structured schedule and you feel more motivated by that?
I think so. Like I do feel more organized,
Mhm.
now that I have, like, some options or, like, knowing that, um, there are other things for me to do besides, like, watch TV or, um, just sit around the house.
Mhm.
And I'm happy that I started working out. Like, I know I keep saying, like, that I hate exercising, but now that I know that it's something possible that I can do, like, even when I do go work out, I'm not necessarily looking forward to it, but, like, after I'm done, I feel really good because I know that
Mhm.
I did it.
Mhm.
Um, so, yeah, I feel like that's been helping a lot.
Yeah. And that feeling after working out is something to look forward to. So it's like you're looking forward to that feeling after you work out because it's a
Mhm.
really good feeling. Um and going back a little bit, I want to talk about the relationships that you seem to be developing with the people that you've met at the gym. Could you elaborate a little bit more on how those relationships are going or if it's going to go in that direction?
So far it's been pretty good. Like, I was nervous at first,
Mhm.
just like figuring out how I was gonna meet people and like how I was gonna introduce myself and not look weird or awkward. And so far it's been pretty good. Like, I did text the group that I went out with smoothies with to see if they were going to the exercise class, and they did. And so at the exercise class, like, we all worked out together, and then afterwards we talked for a little bit, um, just about like how the class was and how everybody was feeling, and like joked around a little bit. But we didn't end up going anywhere after that. I think like I'm gonna keep going to the group classes. So I'm hoping that I'm able to keep seeing them there. And I
Mhm.
mean, eventually I could see them like potentially becoming friends.
Mhm.
Just with a little bit more time and spending some more time to get to know them as people, um, like outside of the exercise class.
Mhm.
So I mean, hopefully it works out. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, and it sounds like you are. And I also wanted to ask you because you're now getting used to talking to people again because you've been having more interactions. So even if these relationships or even if these acquaintances don't develop into those like intimate relationships, do you feel more comfortable putting yourself out there and finding new people to talk to now that you've done that?
Yeah, I think that it should be a pretty good turnout. Like, I feel confident that I can introduce myself a little bit better and not be like as anxious.
Mhm.
Um, because I already done it once. So like I kind
Mhm.
of have like not necessarily a script, but I have something to like go off
Mhm.
of just in case I do get nervous.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I think it should be easier to make friends.
Yeah, the more you do something that you're initially uncomfortable with, the more it becomes comfortable for you, you
Hmm.
know? So that's great. It sounds like everything's been going super great for you. And I'm really happy for you too. I think you deserve this and you're just going on, in a really, really great direction. I'm very proud of you. You're not anywhere near from, where you started.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank
No
you.
problem. I also want to kind of take this time to tell you, which I should have probably done in the beginning of our session, but I do want to hear what's been going on. That this will be our last session. I know that we had talked about it last week, and a little bit, I think the week before, but this will be our last session, and I know it's going to be like a little bittersweet, but I know that you'll do great with
Hmm.
without my guidance. I think you'll do fantastic. You have so much motivation and you're so just willing to make the changes to change your life. um and you have like the willpower to do it, and I just see that in you, and you are a really strong woman, so I know like you'll keep going in the direction that you want to. You did a complete 180 in just a few months, and I can't imagine what your life will look like in a year. So I wanted to put that out there, and I want to ask, with that being out there, how are you feeling right now?
I feel pretty good. Like,
Good.
I know we kind of talked a little bit about it in the last couple weeks, but I do feel like I've made a lot of progress.
Mhm.
Like more emotionally than physically because I'm still like trying to get all this workout and diet stuff together. But
Mhm.
I feel like the fact that I even started working out is huge and I have the motivation to keep going until I can get the results that I want. So
Yeah.
even that feels like um I guess like a win to me. So I feel pretty positive and I know that it is gonna be bittersweet because nothing lasts forever, but I do like appreciate the time that like we've had together to kind of work through some of the stuff that I've been going through and I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like I have like a good foundation to go off of.
Mhm. And that's really great to hear, and with, like, the physical aspect of it, it does, I think, when you change mentally, that's when it's gonna come. It'll come in time. Like, you're working on yourself, and then with that, you're working on your body, and, um, that'll eventually come, but everything starts with the mentality, you know?
Mhm.
And then that, goes into the behaviors, and then that contributes to how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and with that, and yeah, like I said, I'm just so proud of you. I think you've come so far, and I think you're gonna go even farther. Um, I am always here in the future too. If you ever, go through something and you need to come back and talk about anything else that you're going through, I will always be here. Not always, but I mean, I am here. Um, and then just remember too that you now are developing those other relationships in your life, and it's okay to lean on people. Because I know that's one of the things that you had a hard time with was like opening up to people and expressing how you're really feeling,
Mhm.
because some people may not understand, but you have your trainer now who pushes you, and you have those people that you met at the gym and that group class, and then you also have your friends and family back from Ohio, so it seems like you're developing a really great support system to be there for you.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
definitely feel like more supported now than I did like when I first came. Um and I also kind of realized that it was more so me being I don't want to say well, yeah, I guess like distant that was kind of
Mhm.
affecting like how I
Yeah.
viewed my relationships versus like them not being there.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it's not like they were never there, but you never like almost like, yeah, like you said, like you were distancing yourself and you weren't being
Yeah.
completely, so they didn't know.
Mhm.
Um, and I think you were kind of afraid with them not understanding because of how they reacted to like the Tinder situation when you wanted to do that. So I think they were just kind of looking out for you in that way, but they probably didn't do it the right way, which is fine. People, make mistakes. But yeah, but it just seems like you're going down a great path, and you have that support system now, and that's pretty much one of the biggest things that you were lacking, if not the only thing that you're really lacking in your life.
Mhm.
So that's great that you have that. You have that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, And then also, I want to let you know that before I terminate this therapy session and then our therapy in general together, I wanted you to know that I will be giving you like my contact information, my email, my office number, and everything like that. So, for future reference, if you ever need to contact me again, I will also be sending you resources. One of them being on cognitive behavioral therapy, which is what we use during our time together, um, and then also some mindful techniques and just a lot of other ways to cope with, when you're feeling lonely or sad or isolated from people. Um, and also some resources on how to be like in a new area. So, with you being in Las Vegas as opposed to like Ohio. Yeah, so I just want to send you a bunch of information just so you have that to reference whenever you're feeling down or you just don't feel like your best self.
Okay, thank you. I definitely appreciate it and
No problem.
I'll definitely utilize it.
Great, great. That's awesome to hear. And with that, I am going to end today. I know it was a little bit shorter than usual. But do you have any questions or concerns for me before we leave?
Um, no, I just want to say thank you. Like I do
Oh,
appreciate it.
no problem. And it was really great meeting you, and it was really awesome to see the progression that you have shown.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. All right. Well, I'll let you go then, and I hope you have a great rest of your journey in life.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.